Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be looking at the creepiest true stories that happen to people. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I just moved into a basement suite. Every time I went out, I would lock the deadbolt, but not the door handle. But when I came home, a lot of the time, the deadbolt would be unlocked and the door handle would be locked. At first, I thought I was just confused about which one I had locked, so I started paying more attention. It kept happening and I realized someone must be going in when I went out. I assumed it was the landlady and was annoyed but didn't say anything at first. Then one day I came home and found the wrong lock locked again. I went in pissed off and opened the fridge to get something to eat. There was a book in the fridge that I had never seen before. I collected old books and this one was published in the early 1900s, which creeped me out completely because it was like it had been left for me. I finally called my landlady and asked if she was going into my apartment and told her what had happened. She freaked right out, said the last person who lived there was a really creepy guy with mental health issues. She got all the locks changed that day and it never happened again. He was just coming in and out of the house? Like he owned it? And he left her a book? Wait, he gave her a book? Why did he do that? Why did he leave her a present? Oh, do you think he left the book for her because he realized how many old books she's been collecting? That's so creepy. Grew up in a small town, out playing in the yard with my two younger siblings like every other summer day. Guy pulls up alongside the yard in a truck, calls me over, asks my name, if I'm having a good summer. He says he could really use my help. He's out looking for his lost puppy. He can show me a photo of the puppy if I come closer. No, closer. The picture is small. Can I please help him? I yelled to my brother on the other side of the yard. Dan, come help us find a puppy. I have to assume he thought I yelled Dad because he noped, screeched out of there without another word. I remember being really worried about that puppy until we had an assembly at our primary school about things strangers might say to lure you into their vehicles. Wow, thank gosh her brother's name is called Dad. Basically, her brother saved her life, right? Oh man, that a puppy really pisses me off that he's using dogs to do his bad deeds. This happened to a friend of mine. It's a Sunday. She comes home to her apartment from running errands around 1 p.m. She was in med school at this time, so she pretty much parked herself at the kitchen table and studied for the next 5 to 6 hours. She's sitting there and looks up to see a dude casually stroll out of her bedroom. No other entrances. She's sitting by the front door, so he's been there the entire time she has been home. He pauses at the doorway to her kitchen, between her and the door. She basically froze. Then her phone rang and kind of startled both of them. She ran to get the phone. He ran out of the door. She moved and got an enormous dog. He was in her apartment the whole time. This is one of my biggest fears. What? She didn't even realize? Oh my gosh. Did she not lock? Oh my gosh. What's happening? How are people getting in? Lock your doors. What the heck? That is actually terrifying. Like you're just eating lunch in your home and then someone walks out of your bedroom. So he's been there for like over 5 to 6 hours because she was studying for 5 to 6 hours. What was he doing? He was sleeping or something? Why is he taking his time? You know, like it's obviously not a burglar because 5 to 6 hours. He was probably sleeping or something. When I was a child, I was always stricken by this irrational fear that when I went outside at night, I had to walk straight into the house without looking back, because if I looked back, someone would be following me. One day after dinner, I went out to the car to get my book bag, and I was continuing my ritual of walking straight inside without looking back, adrenaline pumping, anxiety going full force, and I just stopped and said to myself, this is stupid. I made myself look back. When I looked back, I saw what appeared to be someone crouched down behind my mom's car and was peeking their head around. They were just staring at me and smiling. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I just got like a fear in me. Yo, that's creepy. Oh, I just said, okay, never mind. It appeared to be a woman in her mid-30s, maybe 40, with curly short blonde hair. We made eye contact for a second and then she ducked back behind the car where I couldn't see her. I stood frozen for a second and then ran inside. I told my mom. We went outside to check. No one was there. My mom didn't exactly not believe me, but she wasn't very concerned either. This just proved their fear right. Now they're gonna be looking straight for their entire life, you know? That would be me though. Like if I did something like this and then I was just like, it's not true, and then I look back and it's actually true. Oh, okay, it's true then. This happened to my friend. She was 15 at the time and lived with her parents. She woke up in the night feeling that someone was watching her. She woke up and was just sure she wasn't alone in the room. Heart pounding, she turned on her nightlight. There was a strange man sitting in a chair by the corner of the room. She screamed bloody murder. And her dad woke up and ran to her room. A small fight ensued. Cops were called. They were living close to a housing for immigrants, and one of the asylum seekers were really mentally ill. My poor friend went to years and years of therapy and is doing well today. She was 15. Oh my. That would haunt me for life, I feel like. I feel like every single night I wouldn't be able to sleep because I'll be imagining someone's in the corner of my room. This is why I always sleep with the light turned on. Like, I can't sleep in the dark for some reason. I don't know. I think it's because of a childhood fear. I think I know. My family were driving on the rural main road of Poland, and next to our car was this truck delivering large concrete pipes. We drove next to this truck for maybe an hour, maybe 2. I was a teenager, so I didn't really care. My dad figures we stop at the next gas station for a quick toilet break. As I exit the car, a pair of bikes drive past the gas station. I noticed because it was loud. Pee over and we go back on the road. About a mile or so down the road, there's an accident. The bikes had caught up with the truck, and as they were about to drive past, the large concrete pipes fell off the truck and smushed the bikers. Maybe they weren't fastened properly, or the truck swerved. Whoa, if they were behind the car. Whoa, that is so scary. This is why I hate driving behind trucks that have like loaded things behind them. I also hate driving next to trucks because I always have this fear that the truck is gonna like tip over. I don't know why. I hate it. When I was about 9 or 10, my older brother and I had a few friends over to stay the night. My dad had to work the next day, so we were all left at the house by ourselves for the day. We were excited to play PlayStation all day on our Saturday off. Well, my dad worked late that night until probably 8 or 9. As soon as the sun went down, we went into one of the rooms upstairs to play Uno. Fast forward 30 minutes and we start hearing footsteps slowly walking up the wooden stairs. My dad wasn't going to be home for another 2 hours, so we didn't know who it was. There were 4 of us, me, my brother, my friend, and his friend. We would take turns walking out of the room to see what it was, but before we could look down the dark stairs, we would hear what sounded like someone running down the stairs as fast as they could, so they couldn't be seen. This continued for probably 2 hours, ending with all of us huddled in the room upstairs with the door wedged shut with a chair until my dad got home. None of us were really believers in anything paranormal, but a child's imagination is a crazy thing. Now, 15 years later, I still don't know what to make of it, but every one of us heard those footsteps walking up those dark stairs. I bring it up to my friend who I'm still friends with, and he remembers it just as vividly as I do. It kind of creeps me out just thinking about it. Wait, so they didn't see anyone, or they didn't find anyone in the house when their dad got home? They still don't know what it was?
2 hours?
This continued for 2 hours? If it was a thief, what was he doing? Going up and down those stairs, not going anywhere, you know? I'm so confused. When I was younger, my dad was out of town and my mum let me have a few friends over. We lived right by a pretty busy highway, and over these years had quite a few people knock on our door for help. While my mum was home with us, a man knocked saying he wanted to borrow the phone. My mother told him he could sit on the porch and use her cell phone. The man kept asking to come inside and asking if my dad was home. He eventually started to force his way inside. My mum slammed and locked the door, called 911, and put my friends and I into a closet. It took the police department 20 minutes to reach us. By that time, my mum had called our neighbor, and he came over and made the guy lay on the ground until the police arrived. Whoa. Wow, thank gosh for good neighbors, right? Oh my gosh. The neighbor saved the day. 20 minutes? 20 minutes is so long. It took the police department 20 minutes to reach them. That's really long. Like, something could have happened. If it wasn't for the neighbor, you know, something could have happened. Obviously, if you're calling the police, it's an emergency and you need help like right away.
20 20 minutes.
Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time.